Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
that those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
That's right, kids. We're back. This time we're talking the aftermath of last time from Anarky. Yes, Anarky. What? 1 through 3. Green Lantern 113 and 114, and Green Lantern 80-page giant number 2. With a bunch of short stories.
It's been so long since we've spoken before. It's as if a great darkness has. Sorry, I just can't keep up the metaphor. It's last night.
That's right, kids. All through September, you'll be getting your double dose of Will Allred every Thursday and Friday.
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Doing all right, I guess. Busy day. I saw that link you sent me earlier.
Yes.
Chip and Dale.
Yes, that should be taken with a grain of salt because I don't even know what continuity that Batman miniseries is taking place in because Lex Luthor is still president. So,
Is it Batman Fortress? Is that the
Batman
name of it?
Fortress? Yes. Aliens have invaded, basically defeated most of the Justice League. Superman's missing, so of course, who's the one guy who can face any obstacle? And
Batman, my
That.
favorite character.
That would be the one.
that's why he's Ray's favorite character.
Batman, my favorite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
Yes, at the end of issue 3, he even made a deal with Lex Luthor. He's like, we got to break into the Fortress of Solitude, find some weapons to take down these aliens.
Wouldn't he?
I don't
Okay, whatever.
know. Yeah.
In this continuity, they're not best buds, and he can just go in whenever he wants. I mean,
You would think, but yeah. How dare you come to this argument with logic, Will?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will stop. That's horrible of me.
But yeah, so I guess in issue 4, I forget, is this coming out this week? Oh yeah, so I should be picking this up tomorrow. Yeah, we're getting a new Green Lantern. It looks like Chip, but it's not Chip.
It's Dale.
Oh, yes. D''AYL, yes.
He's here to rescue Ranger us.
I'd forgotten about this because the article goes into Chip's history after Crisis. Like the universe was rewritten after Crisis, where he hadn't married his wife. He remembers marrying his wife, but he does. His wife's married like his friend now or something.
Yeah, I didn't remember. I completely. I don't think I read those actually.
Was that after issue 200, those Green Lantern Corps? I read most of those, but it's been years since I read those.
I think it was.
Hold on, I'm looking at this article.
I think it probably was.
So I know they were all they all came to Earth. All the remaining Green Lanterns. It was like Hal, John, Katma, Aricia, Chip, Salak, Kilowog. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the Russians tried to recruit Kilowog.
I do remember because I love a good pun. Alack and Alas. Well, the cover of one of them had Salak and Alas.
Yes.
That's brilliant. I love it.
That man's all hands.
4 rings, Phil. He needs 4 rings. 6 rings. Sorry.
Hey, well. And once again, the Emerald Twilight argument, just because you have more than 1 ring doesn't increase your willpower.
Exactly. But it looks cool.
Especially when you're going mad.
I was putting shows on the schedule for next year, William. Since we're going in order, it's kind of easy. So I think it's May we're getting to Rebirth, and then next December 2023, we're going to be in the middle of Blackest Night, baby.
Ooh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to reread that soon.
Merry Christmas. We're going to be in Blackest Night.
Zombies. Nothing says Christmas like a whole bunch of super powered zombies.
Zombie Christmas movie. I need that. So I guess again, like I said, if Batman Fortress, I don't know if that's even in regular continuity. So
now something came out last week, right? You were going to pick it up.
Probably, but I can't remember what.
What was it? It wasn't Dark Crisis, was it? Oh, was it Flash?
Oh, Flash. Yeah, there's no Green Lantern yet. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm assuming by next issue, Hal will be showing up.
Was this this wasn't the cover that we've seen with them, like, bound on the cover and chains or something?
No.
Okay.
Like the Flash family went looking for Barry Allen. They freed him from his fantasy world, so.
Oh, okay.
He ran off to look for the Justice League. So I still think it's going to be Wally who meets Hal, but I mean, Barry might run into him too. So.
Gotcha.
But yes, the last Flash issue, they was it 785. They managed to free Hal or free Barry. So. Yes, they went back to original numbering on Wonder Woman and Flash. Yeah, Flash is at 785. I mean, well, we have no Green Lantern book.
Exactly.
And damn well when it comes back, it's going to be number 1.
Yeah, it is.
You know what, DC, add up all the series. Oh my God, can you imagine if you added up all the books that were just Green Lantern, Green Lanterns? If it had Green and Lantern in the title, add up those.
Yeah. Or if it had Lantern in the title, because then you would get Red Lantern. Technically, Sinestro should count. Larfleeze should count.
Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, that's a lot of issues.
Green Lantern New Guardians.
That's right.
Hell, let's throw in some Ion.
Why not? It was.
DC, the higher you can jack that number, the closer you can start selling. Green Lantern 1000 specials.
It.
Although, did you see that? I mean, they put out so many like detective comics like twice a week. There's one month, was it February? Yeah. They put out like one every week. It the number's higher than Action Comics. He's lap Batman, or Superman. So who has the highest number? Who has the highest numbered book of all time?
Batman. My favorite character.
Nice, very nice. I haven't seen any other Green Lantern news of late. I mean, the show is apparently still on, so.
I mean, supposedly there's. Did you see that? They were doing like a new Batman animated series. Was it Batman Cape Crusader? And I guess it's not done, but they're not going to release it through HBO Max. They're like, and if anybody else wants to buy it, they can buy it and release it.
Huh, weird. And
it's like, I even saw people online, they're like, if you buy that, you're going to be sitting on a gold mine. I mean, people are still yakking about, the original Batman animated series, and that was 30 years ago.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it was revolutionary.
Seriously. Wonder how much they want. Just be like, Lil, we need to raise some money. Wonder how much that.
Let's go buy a series.
Hey man, it seems like they're having a fire sale over at
WB
Discovery. Yeah.
Let's go buy a series.
Oh man, can you imagine if we owned even if it's just a newer one, Batman animated series?
That seems like a license to print money. I don't know why they would. Whatever.
Oh my God. If I own that, I would put an intro at the beginning of every episode. This series brought to you by Ray Pod and Into the Night, the Moon Night podcast.
Batman, my favorite character.
Forever tie his name to Batman.
That'd be awesome.
Oh man. Oh, Will, can you imagine if we could be like, oh hey, WB Discovery, how much you want for that Green Lantern animated series?
I'll buy it.
Oh man, we find a way to just play it on a loop online so people can just like over and over.
New series coming soon. Second season.
See, this is the problem with recording 2 days in a row, man. I think we blew all our topics last night.
Yeah. But
Because we talked She-Hulk last night.
You know what gets me is if they wanted to revisit the Green Lantern animated series, it probably, at least I would think, and I'm by no means an expert, but I'm guessing that all the rendering, all the animation, I mean, you still have to have the humans do it, but the computing power required to do it now is so much cheaper,
Yeah. The humans, yeah.
The humans are, pay the humans well, but then
Oh yeah, because don't the computers do like half the work now? I mean, back in the day, weren't they drawing those animation cells by hand and stuff?
well, yeah, the animation cells, but then I mean,
I'm just saying, a lot of it's more computerized now, right?
Yeah, the animated series would the animators would work on it, but then they would have to send it somewhere or do something so that it would be rendered or whatever. Yeah. I don't know, but that used to take a long time, but now it's probably doesn't take much time at all for it to render, just because the computers are so much more powerful than they were 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, 10 years ago. Yeah, definitely 15 years ago, but 10 years ago was when the series came, or 11 years ago was when the series came out. So they could pay the humans more, and there you go. New second season of Green Lantern, the animated series. That'd be awesome.
Was there only one season of that?
Yeah, it was 26 episodes, I think.
Okay. For some reason, I'm thinking.
Well, it was kind of like it had a break in the middle. I always thought it was 2 seasons because they finally get back. Yeah,
that's why I'm thinking there's 2. Okay. I mean, they brought. I mean, they you watched all those Young Justice episodes with the Green Lantern stuff, right?
Yeah, the first one with Razor in it.
Yeah. So I mean, they brought it back in that. Springboard off of that.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, and get the people that did it and bring them back and have them do more. And hey, you can sell toys. All right, Green Lantern toys are cool. Give us more Green Lantern toys.
I mean, you could do like a whole Justice League line of like animated series. I mean, Flash has been on TV for almost 9 years now. I mean, do an animated Flash. Forget that Ezra Miller movie.
I don't know what you're talking about, Phil.
Did you see that? I guess WB Discovery locked even the creators of that Batgirl movie out of like any of the footage and stuff.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. They I don't know if they wiped the server or they just like took it off there so only certain people have access to it, because like even the creators of the movie are like, yeah, we don't have any footage or nothing.
Wow. They really don't want it released, do they?
But still no word on that Flash movie.
Let's see. We talked about last week the Emerald Knight series, right? It's not a series; it's a one-shot, right?
Yeah, it's like a 48-page one-shot. Yeah. So I'm just wondering if they gave that to him just to like tie up that last his series, or
I don't know. I mean,
unless we're springboarding into something later on, because again, it comes out in November, so maybe it's like setting up something coming in January.
I hope so. It regardless of what, there's a lot of people unhappy with the story. There's a lot of people that are really happy with the story. I'm not worried about that. I just feel like the scheduling of the book has been horrific. Because first off, the amount of story we got per month when it was coming out didn't seem to be, because of the split format that it was in, didn't seem to be like we were getting, a full issue. And even though we were getting a full issue, it was just, kind of 2 separate stories that finally came together in issue 12.
So do you think maybe he condensed and tried to get 24 issues worth of story into 12 issues?
No, I don't think so. But that ended back in June, or was it April?
Here, let me look this up. Yeah, it's something.
So if you're going to continue the series, why a 4-month wait, right?
I know.
And if you're not going to continue the series, why a 4-month wait to launch new number one? I mean, and yeah, Dark Crisis, Smart Crisis, because you can have it set after Dark Crisis. You can have it set before, and then, they have an adventure, and then suddenly, oh, the next issues happen. This all takes place now after Dark Crisis. And guess what? Now we get the new status quo. I mean,
Yes, William. Yes, issue 12 released on April 12th.
So 4 months already.
Yes.
So September, October. So it's going to be 7 months between the end of 12 and this continuation of that story. And why?
It truly is a dark crisis, my friend.
It is very dark. I mean, I don't understand it. It doesn't seem, and maybe it's not. I'm sure, I'm just, an idiot, but I'm just some idiot on the internet, right? But it seems like poor planning. It really does, right?
Again, dark crisis. Dark crisis.
If you're not going to continue, if you're going to have a 7-month gap between the end of 12, number 12, and then the Emerald Knight, do a 6-issue miniseries, right?
I know. That's what we keep saying. Yeah, pick another lantern. Do 6 months of Kilowog.
Yeah, do 6 months of Salak and Alas. Sorry.
1980s joke, kids.
Yeah, or focus on Jessica for 6 issues. She's a Yellow Lantern now.
Yellow Lantern, as far as I know. Yeah.
Or Soranik, Natu. Do if you want to go back in time and make it a Sinestro story as a Green Lantern. I mean, there's literally an infinite number of things you could do. That's not publishing something.
Joe Mullen.
Joe, yeah.
We never got we ever gotten it illustrated when she got that ring.
They there was like a 1 or 2 page thing where the Guardian showed up in Part Center, I think.
But I mean, you could flesh out that story more.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many great characters. Why aren't we reading about them right now?
Because their dark crisis is so precious.
The dark crisis is here.
All right, so should we talk some of these issues?
You bet.
All right. So, like I said, yeah, we'll skim through these anarchies real quick, kids, because
I have to say, well, first off, written by Alan Grant.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he passed away back in July.
Yes.
But I really liked these issues. I had not read them, or I don't remember reading them. And they were good.
Yeah, I hadn't read these either. Like there was like a 4-issue miniseries, I think like 2 years before this. Like I had read that. I think I have that, but yeah, I had not read this.
And the art, Norm Breyfogle, who unfortunately
we also
passed
lost.
away.
Yeah.
Several years ago, I believe.
Yeah, because over on our Batman podcast, while Lilith is away, friend of the show, Justin and I are doing we're doing all Alan Grant and Norm Breyfogle stories. So
yeah, and his. He obviously does an awesome Batman, but
the
art on this was just great. And I'm gonna go dig these. I'm gonna go either see if I have these issues. If I don't have these issues, I'm gonna go buy these issues because
wow,
good.
Yeah, because if you look on the DC Universe Infinite app, I guess this Anarchy series was only like 8 issues or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's not. I don't think it. Probably might even be able to find them in a dollar bin or something.
Exactly,
yeah, they shouldn't be too expensive. And again, kids, if you just want to read them, they're on DC Universe Infinite. So, Everyone we're doing tonight was on DC Universe Infinite.
That is weird, isn't it?
I know. They didn't have Green Lantern 80-page giant number 1, but they had number 2.
Because, of course. Do they have number 3?
I'll have to look.
That's because that's the final issue, I think, isn't it, of the 80-page giants?
I wouldn't put anything past them. But yeah, I mean, these were from 1999, so
it was a party then. No, sorry.
So of course the earthquake hits Gotham, and Batman tells Anarky, "Get out!
Get out of my city!
You won't hit a teenager. I'll make your life a living hell.
I won't hit you. I won't physically abuse you, but I will mentally abuse.
I'll make you wish I
crap out
did.
of you.
I'll make you think you're a Robin."
Ooh, too soon. Too soon.
Again, I mean, I always love Norm Brayfield's Batman.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, all 3 of these were good issues.
Mm-hmm.
So a little iffy on the villain / whatever thing that was going on. I get it, but just the focus on Anarky and what he was doing, and how he was trying to go about what he was doing. It was good, and then the ring is destroyed right at the end. Is that what?
That's what it seems like, but later on, I mean, during Winnick's run, it comes back, and I believe Cal says something like Batman had it or something. So,
oh, okay.
I mean, unless laws of physics were getting bent in this, unless it's just like the ring teleported the ring away, or just made it appear somewhere.
Okay, I guess we'll get there in Winnick's run then.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this one, since Anarky has to leave Gotham, so he goes where he figures the most corruption is, Washington, D.C.
And he's not wrong.
Oh, yeah. Builds himself like a supercomputer. And
yeah, he does have a boom tube, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that does he have a mother box or something akin to a mother box?
He must have something like that, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, because I don't know, he might have, I can't remember. It's been years since I read it, but that first 4-issue miniseries, I'm trying to remember, I forget if he went to Apocalypse or he ran into Dark Side in some of them somewhere. But yeah, I mean, in the Batman books, he was just like this, this teenage boy genius who basically was like, wanted to buck the system because it was so corrupt. But, and then they started adding in stuff like this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed these first 3 issues.
Oh, yeah. And then, with the help of the computer, there's some big anomaly or,
Mm-hmm. That changes the laws of physics, Captain. Sorry.
But then also, in this first issue, we see when Fatality remember Fatality last week, kids? Yeah, when her ship crashes and...
Mm-hmm.
And Anarky finds the ring, which Cal thought was destroyed.
You would think that his ring, he could have just said, "Ring, can you find the other rings?"
He doesn't talk to his ring, remember?
Okay, yeah, I know.
They
Just
don't have
ring, find the other ring.
They don't have that kind of relationship. I love that Anarky's Green Lantern suit.
Yeah. Oh, I like his little throwing things too. The A for Anarky, his throwing stars things when I did a flashback to when he was in Gotham.
Oh yeah. Robin would like to have a word with you. But then where is that? Oh, when he calls it the aberration appears.
Yeah,
almost looks like who is that? Eternity.
Kind of, yeah, with a skull.
Yes, the skull face. Yeah. But then was it either issue 2 or 3? He's like, yeah, it just looks like it has a body because that's how the human mind perceives it.
It's not really a he or a she. It's
not even
nature.
humanoid. Yeah.
Yeah. They just perceive it as humanoid.
But I like that cover for issue 2 with just him in that ring. Beware my power.
Yeah.
That's it. And then the first page issue too. I mean, that's some pretty sweet Brayfogle art with him flying with the,
Yep.
makes the cape,
Mhm.
that cape looks pretty good. He goes, who is this? Little Hellfire gets a Green Lantern ring. He goes to Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
Hit the jackpot. And then this cop. Yeah, so then we see the aberration hit Washington, D.C., and Anarky's back. He's trying to fight it with that ring. Not doing too bad, but then
Then weird stuff keeps happening, right?
yeah, it's like knocking over buildings. But no, I'm just saying. Then a camera crew shows up and films this thing, and who's watching TV?
I don't know, Phil. Who?
Kyle Rayner. He's like, I love it. That was a power ring, but the only other one on Earth was Jade's, and that was destroyed.
I would think that they were be really difficult to destroy a power ring, right? I mean, the Guardians.
Yeah, just like an exploding spaceship. I think a ring.
I mean, I think they made them to have like a billion-year warranty or something, right?
You would think.
Parts and labor. I don't know.
You would think at least wear and tear. Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anarky just trying to bubble up the aberration. It's not working. Oh, I love that page. Just like the it's hard to see. Like the art, the weird art.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like no dimension.
We're in the Twilight Zone. Sorry.
I'm trying to remember. Was that Kirby or somebody who did that? Sometimes
was it Ditko back during like the original Doctor Strange run? Maybe
it might have. What I was gonna say, was it Kirby or somebody? I think in that one issue of Fantastic Four when they went into the negative zone or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
he
did some really cool back. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Charlie and I were doing some 1969 Thor for summer of '69. I think Kirby did some stuff for like an issue with Thor too. Like, yeah. But yeah, Anarky doesn't seem to be having any luck, and his luck keeps getting worse because at the end, Cal shows up and is like, "Give me that ring."
Give me that ring.
What he says, like, "You're a criminal." He's like, yeah, because in the beginning of one, he calls the Justice League to warn them about this thing, and then like he's like, "Green Lantern's not with them," and I think that because it was taking place
wow, the other
around
stuff.
the same time as issue 112. Yeah, he's fighting when he's fighting Fatality. Yeah. So yeah, he's like fighting. So Cal and Anarky are fighting. I love. He starts going hand to hand, and I don't think Anarky expects. He's like, I didn't know it. I didn't expect him to know how to fight without the ring.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, thank you, Donna.
Yeah.
So it looks like he knocks him out at the end of 2.
Who gets a mention in the issues that we're going to go to?
Oh, God, yeah. So yeah, at the beginning of 3, Cal's about to take that ring off Anarky's finger. He's like, "Stop, or I'll teleport us where you'll never find it." I love. He's like, "Make your computer to crunch the numbers." He's like, I don't know that. He's like, "Just make the computer."
It's a magic wishing ring.
So yeah, between Anarky and the cop, I guess they convince Cal. But yeah, Cal's like, "How do we stop this thing?" And Anarky's like, "I haven't done much good myself." He's like, "But maybe the two of us."
Team up.
Exactly. So yeah, basically the rest of this is just them trying to contain the aberration. And then what they get they get flung into the future when the whole universe has been turned into that.
Yeah, or some pocket. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know what that was.
So they pretty much have to use their rings to like jump back to the present.
Yeah, they changed the Planck constant or something.
Yes. Again,
Like,
crunching of
that's
numbers.
some deep nerd stuff right there, okay? Deep nerd.
But then I get what is it? Is it the end? Do they like seem like do they rip it apart or they just
Seal it off or something like
something? Yeah. But then at the end, it's like, oh, the ring's gone. But then Anarchy's like, oh, good riddance. Power's addictive.
yeah, powers.
So then again, Cal has to give him the old, this is the last power ring. I'm doing my best. But no, the big thing in this is, he couldn't find his parents after the big earthquake. So he had the computer crunching the numbers. At the end of 3, computer's like, nah, I haven't found your parents. He's like, but I did find out you were adopted.
Yeah.
But yeah, kids, at the end of the series, he finds out who his biological father is. I don't know if it's still canon or not, but yeah. His mother was like some kind of just like random, I forget if she was like a cocktail waitress or like a dancer or something, but spoilers, his father,
I wonder who that could be.
who could it be? So yeah, like I said, I don't know if that's still canon, especially after all like our crises.
Let's see, the 90s. I'm looking at his page right now. Huh. I don't see any mention. I don't know. I don't see any mention of that ring. So I guess we'll just have to get there when we get there.
Because yeah, I don't know if you were reading it, but it's at one point, spoilers, Cal proposes to Jade and it's with that ring.
Oh, okay, cool.
And she's like, what, a Green Lantern ring, dummy?
That's very on brand. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll have to get there, but I'm pretty sure he's like, oh yeah, hey, Batman had the ring. Yes, he agreed with me that we need more Green Lanterns.
Because we have to do what Batman says.
Hey, some people live by that motto, right?
Batman, my favorite character.
Razel saying the WWBD.
Yeah.
What would Batman do? Here, I was gonna look this up real quick, but I'm pretty sure. I think, yeah, that ring pops up again in like it's around issue 140 something. I think.
So he proposes to Jade.
I believe she turns him down.
Okay.
Or at least it's like, oh hey, let's wait a while or something.
But he was that ready. Well, okay, and then stuff happens. He leaves Earth. We get Rebirth.
Are you so surprised he left her during Christmas? Come on.
Yeah. And then during New 52, Kyle is with Carol Ferris, right? Is that right?
Yeah, New 52, yeah.
But that was after Soranik, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I was gonna say, yeah, like I think they kind of break up at the end of this series, and I don't think they ever get him and Jane never get back together. So I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I saw a good. There's a Mosaic Comics podcast.
Oh yeah.
Usually that talks about Green Lantern stuff. But I was watching an old one. Well, what does a White Lantern ring do? And nobody really knows. I mean, you see it do this and this, but then it quickly gets.
Well, isn't it kind of like tap into all the spectrums or something? I thought, or
yeah, potentially, but then it gets it becomes a repository for the life equation during the New 52 stuff. So then, is it doing it because it's the life equation, or is it doing it because it's a White Lantern ring? And we don't know. It was a good little podcast. I like to listen to that or watch it. I think he does one a week or something. It's an interesting podcast. You would
All
like
right.
it. He's Kyle over Hal, so
Okay, cool. What is it? A Mosaic podcast?
Mosaic Comics, yeah.
Mosaic Comics. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Spoilers, kids. We'll get here eventually. But yes, Cal proposes the Jade at the end of Green Lantern 136.
So actually, that's only about 2 years away. So 2
Yeah.
years away in issues.
Publishing time, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get there this year. Double fail. All right. So any other thoughts on the Anarky stuff?
I know it makes me want to buy the whole series. Yeah, I
Like I
really.
said, it's not that hard. It's only eight issues, and there was, like I said, there was a 4-issue mini, like 2 years previous before that. So even if you buy both, it's only 12 issues.
Yeah, and probably you're right. They're probably in the dollar box. So
yeah,
that's an easy sell. So yeah, I'm gonna
Or
put those on
if
the
you
list.
go to your favorite Midtown, yeah, I bet you could probably pick them up pretty cheap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good point. Excellent.
Somewhere off screen, Will's wife is going, "Damn it, Phil!"
Stop him. Sorry.
Once again, remember emergency protocol. Blame everything on Lilith.
That's right. It's all her fault. All my Funkos. Yeah.
Exactly. But honey, Lilith. Oh my God. When she moves, man, there's going to be like 2 trailers. One of them's just going to be full of like Funkos and stuff. All right. Should we get to the rest of these issues?
You bet. Let's do it.
All right. So I figure the 2 Green Lantern issues, right? And then I had the 80-page giant last.
Mm-hmm. That's the way I read it. So
okay.
We can do it that. We can do it, but we can do the 80-page giant if you want. And because they both kind of, the 2 issues stand together and the 80-page giant stands by itself, so they can be in any order.
Yeah. Here, let's do the regular issues because yes, we got a new villain, kids.
Effigy.
Green Lantern Volume 3, number 113, June 1999. Burning an Effigy, Part 1. Writer, of course, kids, Ron Mars.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Penciler, Daryl Banks. Inker, Terry Austin. Colorist, Rob Schwager. Letterer, Willie Schubert. And editors, Keith Dooley and Harvey Richards. As a kid, Kyle Rayner once had to be saved by a fireman, and since then, he understandably is a little afraid of fire. What a coincidence.
Odd. Very odd.
Yes. Now, Cal works on a canvas and then spends some time with his girlfriend, Jay. With his girlfriend, Jennifer Lynn Hayden. Later, Cal leaves to visit his mother in California. Jenny wants to meet her too, but Cal seems to think it's a little too early for that. But he promises Jenny that she does not have to compete with his ex-girlfriend, Donna Troy.
Who, Phil? Who?
Donna Troy! Which I believe by Day of Judgment we're going to see again. Come on, Cal. You can't take her to see your mother. Come on.
Yeah,
it acts like he has to buy her an airline ticket. Come on.
You don't? Yeah. Here, I'll fly with you. Or, if I hadn't lost that ring, you could fly yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, again, I swear it's drama for drama's sake. As Green Lantern, it's only a short trip to California, see? But as Cal speaks to his mother, TV news shows a flying man who literally is on fire and tries to burn the big letters of the Hollywood sign.
It's the Human Torch. Sorry.
Come on. Green Lantern immediately takes off and confronts the man who calls himself Effigy. Cal suggests Effigy should be a hero with the powers he has, but Effigy is not interested. He hates people like Cal and starts to attack him, which is where this issue ends.
Yeah. Was it just fire-based powers?
I don't know, because I mean, we'll see next issue who gives him his powers. So it seems like it. I mean,
And I get he's a little afraid of fire, so that maybe is weakening him. But I feel like this. He contained the supernova.
yeah.
Putting a bubble around this guy, I don't think he's supernova class. So
But again, too, I mean, there is an alien aspect to this. I mean, maybe there's some like, I want to say radiation or something in there, or
yeah, because he was able to make shapes with the fire.
yeah,
So
maybe it's something more like
maybe
almost
it's
like
kind of
firestorm, or I don't know.
controller tech. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. But yeah, lots of setup in this issue. You got a new villain. It's like, why do I get to meet your mother?
It's not a competition, but you lose. Sorry.
Oh,
You lost already.
damn. Who? Jade?
Mm-hmm. She can't compete against the ghost of Donna.
She's still alive. Why
Who's
they're
still
together?
alive? Yeah.
Why they're together for a while? Damn.
No,
Well,
the
harsh.
art on this was good though. This was Daryl Banks, right? I think you said at
Yes.
the beginning. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, did the second issue? Did Ron Mars? Not Ron Mars. I'm sorry, Ron Mars. Ron Lim. Didn't he do a couple of pages in the second issue?
Here, let me pull this up here.
'Cause I don't think he did the whole issue though.
It's saying Ron Lim. I only have Ron Lim as the only penciler.
Oh,
So
okay,
he
cool.
might have done the whole thing.
I guess he did the whole thing then. All right. Well, because I was thinking, I was reading through it and I went, "Hey, that's Ron Lim."
Didn't they
Okay.
do that? Didn't they do that last week too? Like, didn't Daryl Banks do the first one and then Ron Lim stepped
Did
in for
they?
the second one?
I think so. Yeah. Hey, that's fine. That's all good, man. It's all good.
I'm trying to remember. Did Daryl Banks do any of that Circle of Fire coming up? Maybe he was catching up on that or something.
I don't know. Yeah, that's coming up pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to look at the schedule. But yeah,
Couple months.
I'm trying to remember because that's before Mars leaves, right?
I think it is, or maybe right at.
Here, let me look. If the schedule will ever open. We are at. Okay, here's where we are at. Where's Circle of Fire? I know I had it on here. Where's that?
Hey, we could play Johnny Cash singing
Oh, I wish.
Circle of Fire.
I fell into a burning. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. The whole circle. Okay, I kind of have it between like issues 128 and 129. So
Okay, so yeah, it's in a few months.
yeah. I mean, if I have it's placed correct chronologically, so I mean, maybe Daryl Banks wasn't working on that, but I wonder if Daryl Banks was working on anything else.
I don't know.
I mean, he's a damn good artist. So, I mean, I could see them pulling him for something,
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him work on a lot of other stuff though. I wonder if he just kind of did Green Lantern and then maybe went to commercial art or
I was
something
going to
else.
say, did he ever do like any creator and stuff or?
I don't think so, but I'll have to look that up now. Nice.
Or maybe one day we'll just have to talk to the man himself. Be like, hey,
Oh,
where'd
dude,
you
what
go?
happened? Yeah.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go, buddy? All right. Should we get to the next one?
You bet.
All right. So Green Lantern 114 from July 1999, Burning in Effigy Part 2. Like we said, the team looks the same except Ron Lim takes over as penciler. So Green Lantern continues to battle Effigy, who possesses immense fire powers. Cal thought he could convince Effigy to become a hero, but the young man is not about that. He just cannot stand people like Green Lantern. For Cal, Effigy is like a mirror picture of himself because once Cal got his powers, he could have chosen to become a villain rather than a hero as well. And Ganthet would have had to show up.
Yeah, Ganthet would have had to come and slap him down.
I mean, he still wanted to take that ring off of around issue 61 or so.
Yeah.
Once Cal stops the hold back, he is able to defeat Effigy. But suddenly, here we go, origin. But suddenly, a huge spaceship appears. What is this? Greatest American Hero?
Nice, excellent callback.
Thank you. A huge spaceship appears, and aliens calling themselves the Controllers step out of it. They created Effigy and intend to take him with them. Now, Cal was not able to stop them. Later, Cal visits Warriors to talk about the incident with Alan Scott, John Stewart, Guy Gardner, and his girlfriend, Jennifer Lynn Hayden. John tells Cal that the Controllers descended from the same race as the Guardians of the Universe. The Controllers look for a strict order in the universe, and Cal asks himself what they are up to with Effigy. So, yeah, I'm always like kind of iffy with the Controllers. I'm like, they're not supposed to be like straight up villains, right? They're just like very.
They're just
Sinestro-like.
Guardians more Sinestro-like, yeah. At least that's my take on them too. So, and yeah, it's weird that they would let the Dark Stars just kind of. I mean, there is no reason that they would, except for the Dark Stars had to go. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, didn't they write? It wasn't the story reason, and they were just like, yeah, it's more trouble than it's worth, or whatever.
Yeah, we probably only had them around for a few million years. So.
I mean, again, it was like corporate America or whatever. They were just like, yeah, rather than pump more money into this, yeah, no, we're done. Yeah. I'm trying to. So, are there any more Dark Stars out there at this point?
There's.
I mean, we were down to like 3 or 4, right?
Farron Kolos, right? His
Yeah.
is the only suit that's still working. Maybe
it's the only one. I thought there was 2 or 3, unless
there was 2 or 3. But then remember, Fatality killed one of them, the big head guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
But then, if you remember, Farron's was from the other universe, so it was a special suit.
Oh yeah.
Right? Remember? Am I remembering that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. Do we really see much of them until the Grant Morrison series?
I don't think so. I think they're well. No, actually, I'm wrong. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps.
Oh, okay.
Because when they were fighting Zod,
I'm vaguely remembering this. Yes,
the Dark Stars would show up and they would encapsulate someone and kind of then take them over and harness their willpower or something weird. I haven't read them. I just read about them. So
yeah. That's kind of wasted potential there.
Yeah. Because they were, I mean, I get what they were going for. If the Green Lantern was this organized, efficient, police force, then the Dark Stars were the marshals, the sheriffs on the border towns,
I love how the controllers show up. They're like, they're like, oh, you're a part of the Guardians. I would have been like, oh, look, it's the only Green Lantern left.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd that other ring work out for you?
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. And so unless I miss my guess, everything Owen, everything Malthusian, everything Controller, everything what's the Star Sapphires?
I forget. Does it start with an O or something?
Zamorans, the Zamorans.
Zamoran, yeah.
All of everything that it's gone, right? Because of what Koyos was doing, I think. So that's all gone. And now we're down to the beacon, and it charges and handles the rings for Indigo, Violet, Hope, the Blue Lantern Corps, and then
maybe they'll explain it one day, because
yeah, I mean they had 7 months where they could have explained it, right?
exactly.
Which is weird because, well, I guess not. I always kind of thought that Sinestro Corps rings were based on Owen Tech, but I guess they're really based on Weaponeer, the Weaponers. Quardian Tech, which is okay, cool. I can deal with that. I don't know what Larfleeze is or does. And then the Reds kind of came up with their own rings based on the magic or whatever of, Blood and Rage.
Oh, wait till we get there.
Yeah.
Oh, but we got some good stuff coming up next year. Sinestro Corps War.
Oh, yes.
William, we're going to get to Secret Origin next year,
which is an awesome story. We're going to get to
like I said, by the end of the year, Blackest Night end of the year next year. Yep. Hell, Rebirth in May.
Yeah. But, that Green Lantern Corps title, Hal's book, of course, is awesome. But the Green Lantern Corps title was awesome, too. I mean, we were getting a double shot of awesome Green Lantern stuff every month. And then we got more. We got Red Lantern. We got
and let's all forget next year the 2-issue Guy Gardner Collateral Damage.
That's right. And Emerald Warriors. That was a good 12-issue series. That was toward the end of. That was Wrath of the War of the Green Lanterns. I think that's when that was.
Oh,
I think it ended around that time.
Next year, I think I split it into 2 weeks, but there's a 12-issue Ion series.
Cool. I don't think I've read that, or maybe I have. I can't remember.
So yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming up.
And this is good stuff too.
Oh yeah. All right. So should we do the Green Lantern 80-page giant number 2?
You bet.
So should we just get through this? So the first, it's a bunch of team up stories, kids. Yeah. So the first one is Kyle and Aquaman.
I thought that was kind of a weird story, but
yeah, like that weird alien thing. It's like,
yeah,
which they kind of get through, but like it ages. It takes some years off Aquaman and puts them on Kyle. So Kyle's kind of old, and Aquaman's what, like a teenager?
I think so. They end up rescuing the sub, but then we're never really, we don't find out. Well, one, where were they? Where did they go? Pretty sure it wasn't Jersey, like Kyle said. And 2, are they gonna put like something around it so people don't just kind of fall over there, willy-nilly?
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that one was written by Christopher Priest and penciler M.D. Bright. Remember M.D. Bright, kids?
That's right.
Been a while since we saw him on Green Lantern.
So
yeah, that was a decent one. Where's the next one? Oh my God. The one at the museum with him and Big Barda.
That was kind of clever.
What, the title Art Attack?
Yeah.
Written by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning.
Excellent pair.
Penciler Oscar Jimenez. Yes. But yeah, I found that funny. Yeah, Abnett and Lanning. Yeah. But just Cal basically trying to explain art to Big Barda.
Yeah, she just doesn't get it, and then she does because she gets to see the child's drawing at the end.
Yeah. And then I guess this group comes and tries to rob the museum in broad daylight.
Yeah. They pretty much deserve what they get.
Yeah, I mean, they're armored. I mean, there's the one guy in like kind of a big armor, but I just love like that one page. Big Barda just like picks up the one guy by his ankles, like swinging him around, like. And then Cal's just like trying to protect all the art.
Mm-hmm.
Not the big boss.
Yeah, that was a fun little story. Let's see. So it went Aquaman, Barda. Who was next?
Hold on. It was Dead Man.
Oh, that one was a little bit weird. You know?
Yeah. Because written by Marv Wolfman. But yeah, no, Cal's like out on the West Coast again, and he meets like one of his old college professors.
Yeah.
But who's like
It turns out to be a drug dealer.
Yeah. And then, Dead Man's like, don't get in my way. I'm busting this whole ring. But then he's like, oh, hey, you may not know this, but I possessed your body the one time.
Yeah. It was cool.
At least they threw that in. I was waiting
Yeah.
for them to forget that and be like, oh, hey, it's the first time we met. But no, they actually remembered that. What was that? Green Lantern 93 or 92. Yeah.
It's before all the time travel, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was around that time of that suit. It was like, I think it was right before that Superboy team up. Yeah. Oh, wait, here's the editor's note. 93, Green Lantern 93.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's been a while since we had an editor's note. Editor's note. Green Lantern 93. That's what I miss, editor's notes.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that was a little bit weird. And who did the art for that one?
This was here. Let me scroll back here. I don't think I'm familiar. George Freeman.
I think he wasn't he like an artist in the 70s?
I don't know.
Or 80s, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, like I said, Marv Wolfman wrote it, so he might have been familiar. Yeah, the name wasn't ringing a bell with me.
It was. I mean, it was the story was fine. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't my favorite.
What about the next one by Chuck Dixon? Everybody goes to guys.
Well, we found out that Kyle's grandfather was an adventurer.
Yes. Yes, his kid unleashes, what is that, like a demon or something?
Who knows what that is?
Looks like a disco ball.
Mm-hmm.
But what's it with this? Like, I think does the Cal say something to the guy like, oh, why are you wearing that tuxedo? He's like, oh, it covers up my Voldarian markings and stuff. I'm like, can he turn that off?
I thought he could turn that off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But hey, it was a guy appearance, and those are shockingly rare at this point.
Oh yeah. Let's go see who did the art on this. Andy Kuhn, Kuhn.
Oh yeah, he did Fire Breather for Image, I think. Probably early 2000s, maybe.
Yeah, because some of the pages, what is that, page 38? Some of the art, it was it seemed almost reminiscent to me of Kirby or one of those other older guys, like when Cal makes the sledgehammer and stuff. Almost looks like he was trying to ape Kirby, maybe. But yes, Cal's grandfather must have had an adventure with guy's buddy Buck Wargo.
And then let's see, after Guy, we get Impulse, right?
Yes, and Hector Hammond.
Written by who, Phil?
Oh, yes. The man who wrote most of Impulse's adventures back then. I just have to find the button. There you go.
Hi, this is Mark Wade, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I love Mark Wade stuff, especially the 90s stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, basically, Hector Hammond's
Although, I'm enjoying the heck out of Batman, Superman, World's Finest.
Yes. Did you read number 6 yet?
No, haven't read it yet.
Oh, it's so good. Awesome. You see where Robin went. There's a lot of Robin. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Good. Mark Wadey goodness. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically here, Hector Hammond is basically Kyle's in a trance, and basically he'll listen to whatever orders Impulse gives him. So he's telling him what constructs to create and stuff. I love the end here where before Cal snaps out of it, he tells Cal to make a giant cannon.
Pointed it right down.
It's pointing down, yeah. Collateral damage, but then Cal snaps out of him. He's like, wait a minute, you had a half good idea. So he like throws Hammond in the cannon, points it up. And I'm like, because he was one of the writers on it. I'm like, was this a callback to guerrilla warfare? Because he shoots Hammond. You see Hammond going over the horizon. Curse you, little brain! I'm like, did it? Oh no, Wally sent him flying at the end of like part one.
Who
did little brain?
Who did the art on this one?
Mike McCone.
Oh, that's okay. Cool. Yeah, the art was really nice on this one.
Yes.
I really liked it.
Oh yeah. And Andy Lanning inks.
Aha. Awesome.
So he's all over this book.
And then after Impulse,
let's see. Plastic Man.
With an appearance by a certain other Justice Leaguer too.
Oh yes. Yeah. Did that seem in character for you, or?
It seemed, it seemed a little out of character for John Jones.
Yeah. even like during the Bwahaha era, that like it wasn't.
He was always the straight man.
Usually played the straight man. Yeah. So it seemed kind of. Because it basically comes down to him playing a prank on these two, and it's just like basically like, haha, I'm the greatest shapeshifter, haha. It's
haha.
It's like
didn't know it was a competition.
Yeah, that just seemed very out of character to me. Who wrote this? K.H. Canals, Kanalz.
Oh, Hank Canals. Yeah, I think he was a editor at Image or something, right?
Oh, yeah, they have him credited as K.H. Yeah, Canals. And Kevin J. West penciler.
He was penciler of the late 80s, early 90s Guardians of the Galaxy series, I think, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah. That's where I know that name from. Yeah, because I remember I'm like, that name sounds familiar.
Because we did the 3 issues where I think he penciled them, and Quasar shows up in the alternate timeline.
Oh yes, we find out the origin of Starhawk. Which gave us that famous drop.
What the F?
Exactly.
Because once Ray found out the parentage of Starhawk, he went,
what the F?
Oh, I think it might have given us
Rumpy Pumpy.
Also, maybe. Because we was talking about Quasar and Kismet, I think he
Rumpy Pumpy.
Yeah.
And then we get the last story with Cal and Zatanna.
Yeah, that one, Matt Smith did the art, and I believe he was the artist on Day of Vengeance, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, we'll find out soon, but
yeah.
Written by Stephen Grant. I'm glad Moon Knight's getting work.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. The last episode of Into the Night. Yeah, Ray and his hosts were covering an issue from the first Moon Knight ongoing series. Yeah, there was a fill-in written by Stephen Grant. So
about Stephen Grant, yeah,
kind of meta, yeah.
It's very meta.
So this there's a Zatanna story where the running joke is, talk backwards. Because they get it's kind of like they get sucked into another dimension, but it's like Cal's like kind of like sharing Zatanna's powers. So
yeah, and then she coaches him through that. For a team up, he seemed to get a lot more of the spotlight because it was him using her powers, and she only used his powers like once.
Yeah,
right.
But then he gets a reward at the end, tickets to a mud wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he's like, "You have any plans for Friday night?" I'm like, "Aren't you taken?"
Yeah. And Zatanna was like, no.
I know it's. I mean, it was a good enough story, but I think sometimes some of these people when they do these short stories, they don't read the current issues, and it's
Yeah.
just like.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, William. So anything else on these?
No, this was a fun week.
A little bit of
A little bit of everything. Is the Green Lantern stories two-parter was strong, but I think I enjoyed the Anarchy the most this week.
Oh, nice. I was last week I was kind of debating them with myself whether I should put those on there. So
yeah, so I'm glad you did. Yeah.
And you're welcome, Ray. Gave me an excuse to hear some Batman content.
Go ahead, throw it in.
Batman, my favorite character.
You're welcome, Ray. All right. So let me pull up the schedule for next week. All right. So we were at here. All right. Yes. Next week, we will be talking Green Lantern 115 and 116 and Green Lantern Fear itself.
Hardcover.
Yes.
Well, it's also a soft cover too, but
yeah, but I have the hardcover.
Me too.
But yeah, I think we should have done it before episode 100. I mean, I was just flipping through it. I didn't reread it completely yet, but I don't think anything really contradicts. Probably just no mention of Jade, but besides that,
yeah, should be fine.
Yeah.
We've got probably coming up. Was it published in 2002 or 2003? The Last Will and Testament of Hal Jordan.
Yeah, that'll be coming up. Yeah. Yeah, towards the end of this year. Yeah, in December we'll do the. Yeah, that's a whole episode unto itself, Will. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah. So yes, we will do that in December.
I can honestly say that I do not think that I have read that since it came out.
I don't think I have either. Around the time of Our Worlds at War, so.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then that's right. That 115 and 116 next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fill-in issue, or fill-in two-parter written by Dan Jurgens.
Oh, cool.
So
he doesn't do the art though, right?
No. Here, let me open that back up, but I don't believe so. No, Tom Lau.
Oh, okay. Who did the Tim Drake Robin initial miniseries? Yeah. Is he? Hang on a second. I think he died recently, didn't he?
Oh, he might have. It's hard to remember. We've lost so many good people.
Spell his last name again.
Lyle.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Oh, but that two-parter, we get special guest stars. Also, William.
He died November 19th of 2019.
Oh.
He was because he was a teacher at the Savannah. What was it? Savannah College of Art and Design. Is that what it was? I think. But some of the artists that I've worked with, actually, he was one of their professors, I think. So.
But yes, two guest stars next week, William. Booster Gold and Plastic Man.
Oh, Plastic Man. Man, you just
gotcha.
You got me. There's only one team up with Booster Gold, okay?
I know. But you knew it was going to be Booster Gold because Dan Jurgens is right now.
Yeah, and I enjoyed his first Booster Gold series, okay, but the second one, I think he did the art, but Jeff Johns did the writing on it, which was
the one that ran like right up to New 52.
Was that the one? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there was one like he was like he still pretended to be like the bumbling idiot, but really he was like helping to preserve like the timeline and stuff.
Yeah, I like that one. I thought that one was fun.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Yeah, I was there from day one on that one. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the only reason they canceled it is because New 52 is starting. I know. So I even think at the end, Flashpoint's going on. He's like, wait, what the hell's going on with the time stream?
What is going on?
And at that point, we knew about Barry Allen. We didn't even know about Big Blue Dong,
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, God. But remember, kids, sorry, because dong is a medical term.
Dong is a medical term. Fight nerds.
She may be on vacation, but always here in spirit.
That's right.
I love to sleep and drink.
Month of September, kids. All right. So anything else?
Nope. I think we're good, man.
All right, let's get out of here. That's right, kids. So yes, next week Green Lantern 115 and 116 with special guests and Green Lantern Fear itself. We're gonna get a bunch of Green Lanterns. So
yeah, and who's it about, Phil?
Kyle Rayner.
Yeah, and who else, Phil?
Alan Scott.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
I know who you're talking about.
Of course, somehow Jordan.
That's the one.
All right, kids. So yeah, send your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Find the Green Lantern Facebook fan group. Again, please sign up. I think we're at 900 some members. So yeah, help push us over 1,000. Again, find links to all the various social medias for all the DC and Marvel shows we do across our 2 podcasts. Links to the YouTube channel, the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel. Everything gets a video there, including regular episodes, specials, creator interviews. So first, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss anything on the YouTube channel.
Smash it.
But the Patreon, yes. Speaking of those creator interviews, if you sign up for our Patreon, like our friends Justin, Russell, and Ray, you will get early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And the August episode, we also have, and we're going to have another special guest joining us in DG Chichester, Fabian Nitsa as we talk Dead Man's Hand. That 90s Daredevil Punisher Nomad crossover.
I actually remember that. It had little cards in the logo, didn't it? For the
yes.
crossover.
All the mobsters came to Vegas to carve up the Kingpin's territory since he was out of it. Yeah. So get all that. Plus, also, if you enjoy pain like Lilith Hellfire does, yes, also on the Patreon, you get superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. Right now, we're on the indie movies. We've crowned a Marvel and DC winner. So, yeah, don't miss out. Subscribe. You can always catch up and then listen to the indies. And then, yes, towards the end of the year, we will crown a winner. So, that I did 20 years, yes, winner. And if that's not enough, get yourself some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember, hopefully one day we will get the return of our missing core member, Mr. Matt Kona. But until then, find him all over social media at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. Come for the laughs, stay for the beard.
The yin to Darkhawk's yang.
Slow down. We need this for drops. And I'm visiting nursing homes with bad intentions.
Fucking Lilith.
See you later, Bunky.
And Will's favorite.
He gives me his bone.
All right, Mr. Will Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of the Kickstarter comics, master, speaking of crossover division and podcasting, where can people find you besides this podcast and the ultimate unlimited justice you're doing in September? You did this to me yesterday. You did this to me. All right, so tell us where to get all the Will Allred goodness.
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and other social media that I don't even probably remember setting up. And you can find out all kinds of cool stuff about Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. We just successfully kickstarted the 4th issue of the series. And once we deliver on that issue, we've probably got a collected edition of the first 4 issues coming up later this year. So something to look forward to. You can also check out some other work of mine called Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And if you can't get enough of my annoying voice, and Phil putting up with me here, I co-host another show with writer Kevin Joseph called Explain Yourself, where we talk to Kickstarter comic creators as they have their live projects, and we kind of promote those live projects and have them talk about what they are and how they created them and all kinds of fun stuff. Every Friday night, late. I think it's 11 o'clock Eastern time.
I think
Anyway,
so.
It's late. We have all kinds of late night fun. And if you like Quasar, and who doesn't, then you can find out all kinds of. Oh man, she's killing me, man.
I know.
You can find out all kinds of great stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
I am God.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Not as good as Batman, but still. Here right now. All right, kids. Yes, thank you for joining us. In 1 week, Green Lantern 115 and 116 with more team ups, and then Green Lantern Fear itself.
That visiting nursing homes drop, that's from Quasar 18. I remember us doing that show.
Uh-huh. What old costume?
Huh?
That wasn't even in the script. Konich threw that in.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Yes, come back next time. And remember, we don't need no water. Let the controllers burn. Good night.